Hey beautiful people, it's Rickita. I'm back with another video. So on this video, I want to talk to you guys about the easiest credit cards to get approved for. So I know there's a lot of people that's trying to get approved for some credit cards, and I literally put all these credit cards that I really like, or even if I don't like them, I put the credit cards on my website to make sure that everyone is aware of the credit cards that's really out there, and we're constantly adding more. If you ever come to my website, Rickita.com, you can use this search bar right here and search any credit card that you may be interested in. Now, if you scroll down, you'll be able to see the list of credit cards that I have put together. So I have my top credit cards, these credit cards that I personally have or that I really, really like. I also have the pre-qualified with no hard inquiry. That's the list that we're really going to look at today. The best credit cards for bad credit, the best credit cards for students, the best credit cards for travel, the best credit cards to build credit, the best credit cards for gas, rewards, and cash back. So I have all these different lists here, but we want to talk about the easiest credit cards to get approved for. Now, I'm going to go into the pre-qualify with no hard inquiry list. But at the same time, if we want the easiest, don't forget, if you got bad credit, these are the easiest one that anybody can get because they got bad credit. But I don't want to necessarily be based off of just having bad credit. What is the easiest ones in general? Even if you have decent credit or you want a decent credit card, you don't want to have annual fees. That's why we're going to look at this pre-qualified with no hard inquiry. And then also the best credit cards to build credit. These are credit cards for people that have very, very low credit scores. And I don't want just the easiest credit card just to be based off you having a low credit score. I just want them to be easy credit cards. So let's go ahead and check out this list, the pre-qualified with no hard inquiry list. Now, it's over 45 different accounts on this list, and some of them are secure, some of them are not secured. I want to talk about the companies in general. Let's go based off of companies, because once you know easy companies, you can get credit cards with that company. And I don't want to talk about nothing secure. That's not what we're here for. We're not talking about secure. Another thing too, if you're having a hard time, check out the 6 months of free dispute letters. Do steps 1 through 5. We'll create dispute letters for you to help you remove any inaccurate accounts from your credit reports. We'll create those letters to help you with that process, and we'll email them to you, or we can mail them out on our end. So definitely check that out. Now, credit builder, that is secured in a way. It's a secure kickoff. We ain't talk about that. Discover it. Now, Discover in general, Discover have multiple credit cards. This one right here is a secure credit card, but they have multiple credit cards. I do think that Discover is one of the easier credit cards to get. And guess what, you guys? All of these credit cards on this list, you guys can pre-qualify for them without a hard inquiry. That means that they're going to tell you yes or no on whether or not they're going to give you the credit card without a hard inquiry. What's more easier than that? You don't have to play the guessing game. You could put that application in, and if they say yes, perfect, get the credit card. If they say no, perfect, go to the next credit card. It's so many different credit cards out there. It's no reason why you have to cry about one. So again, Discover is a great one. Go to their website. They can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. So definitely check them out. I think that Apple is a easier one. It's not the easiest one. It's an easier one because you guys can pre-qualify for Apple, and I have seen Apple do like a second chance kind of thing where they'll try to give you a chance. So I think that Apple could be easier for you. Navy Federal, I wouldn't say it's the easiest card to get. Only the secure one is the easiest one you could possibly get, but then that one still has limitations also. Pedal 1 and Pedal 2, I don't think these are easy because they're looking at like SageStream. I believe they asked for that SageStream report to be available. So they want to look at multiple bureaus, so I wouldn't count them. Capital One does have the easiest credit cards to get approved for. So I want you guys to definitely look into Capital One and find like which credit cards that you guys want to actually get with Capital One, because they have so many different credit cards out there. They should possibly have something that you're going to like and want to get. So you're going to see multiple Capital One credit cards on here. Here's another Discover one. Open Sky, that's secure. Discover again. Credit One Bank got a lot of easy credit cards to get, but it has a lot of annual fees too. So watch out for the annual fees. Now, if they're going to give you one without an annual fee, then perfect. But if they're going to try to tag you with a $79 annual fee, and as many times I used to tell clients that was desperate for a credit card not to get that credit card, they still did it. I don't suggest it if it have a high annual fee, but it's one of the easiest credit cards to get, a Credit One Bank credit card. Another Discover, another Capital One, Credit One Bank again. Wayfair, I wouldn't say it's one of the easier credit cards to get, but it's the easiest one to me to get for Citi. It is a Citi credit card. So I would say that it would maybe an easier one to get because it is Citi. And then Walgreens. Walgreens is with Synchrony Bank. This one is the MasterCard. It's the one I have, this, which is the MasterCard. I believe they have the store card ones too. So any store card is one of the easier ones to get. I don't know, you guys probably heard of like the credit cards that's on the shopping cart trick, such as like the Express, Victoria's Secrets. All of those credit cards are like the easiest ones to get to. You can add them on, but I don't have them on this list, but they're with community banks, so definitely look them up. Look up also the shopping cart trick. You'll see all the different credit cards on there. Even if you can't get the shopping cart trick to work, they're still the easiest credit cards to get, period. They even give you those credit cards with bad credit. Miscellaneous is one of the easier credit cards to get. You may want to look into that. Capital One again. Prosper is one of the easiest credit cards to get. Pre-qualified with no hard inquiry. Your credit don't even have to be the best, and then they'll let you know exactly how much they pre-qualified you for. They just want to have access to your bank to verify income and things like that. But it is one of the easiest credit cards to get. Milestone is also one of the easiest credit cards to get, but just check the annual fees on a Milestone. Also check the annual fees on Indigo. A lot of people said they was able to get the Indigo MasterCard without an annual fee. So this can be a great one. It's one of the easiest ones to get. Capital One again. Tempur-Pedic is a store card. I believe it's with Wells Fargo. But it's still a store card, so it can be an easier one to get. Sealy Financing, also another one. Yamaha is one of the easiest ones to get. Discount Furniture is one of the easiest ones to get. I wouldn't say U.S. Alliance. Kohl's, one of the easier ones. It's a store card. It's one of the easiest ones to get. Destiny, definitely one of the easiest ones, but check those annual fees, you guys. Some of these credit cards, I know I'm saying that they're one of the easier ones to get, but you have to double check what that annual fee is going to be, because if it's going to be too much, you know why it's easy to get. Also, Lowe's is one of the easier ones to get, is with Synchrony Bank. If you can get Lowe's or Walgreens, look into Synchrony Bank credit cards. That means that Synchrony Bank likes you, and you may be able to get multiple credit cards with them. Also, the Lexus Pursuits credit card. I think that's one of the easier ones to get, this one and the Toyota. GM Rewards, if you're able to get the Apple, you probably can get the GM Rewards, same company. So if you can get the Apple, you probably get GM Rewards. Care Credit is one of the easier ones to get for sure. Synchrony Home is one of the easier ones to get. I wouldn't say Home Depot is easy to get, but it is easier than some of the other credit cards out there. Toyota credit card, I mentioned this already when I said Lexus Pursuits. Capital One Walmart card is non-existent. I need to actually remove that from the list. Dell account is very easy to get. And then these are personal loans too. Best Egg, those are personal loans. So those are some of the easiest credit cards to get. And I usually tell people when they're building credit, just get 4 credit cards. Just get 4 credit cards. And you can see the list here too of like the different types of credit cards. Maybe you want to actually get certain credit cards. It's a list here available for you all. It's on my website, Rickita.com. Now, I hope that you guys get approved for these credit cards, but I went over a lot that's very easy. And no matter what, you guys, go to Capital One and go to Discover, because they're going to most likely be able to approve you for something. If they can't approve you for something, you really need to start working on your credit. So check out the 6 months of free letters and also the membership on my website. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.